This is a good example. This I take always to show customers who are coming and say, well, you have a lot of growing defects, or how does the quilted maple grow, or how does the flame maple grow? And when you look to this piece of wood, it's a maple, and here you see all the variations of growing you could have on a maple tree. When you go to this one, and you see here, this it's called a compression, and when the side of the under the bark, the tree makes this wavy curves, then it's coming more out like a flame maple, going also already a little bit in this quilted type. And when you have here small branches coming out of the tree, you have here more this burly type. When you go up here and you have, let's say, some bubbles, also with lines going through the bubbles, you have more this angel step style. Around here, where you have only the bubbles which are not broken up with straight lines, you have more this quilted maple type. And also here you see that in one tree a lot of other defects can be in, which are not so nice, like a big knot. Here is a big knot and bark inclusions. So it's always hard to find good trees, and also it's always gambling with a lot of money to find the right wood, and you can never look inside, you know. And we are one of the last companies in the world. We are purchasing round logs, cut them by ourselves and let them sit outside for at least 3 to 5 years for the air drying process. No other factory, I guess, what I know in the market, in the world, is doing that.
And the reason for the natural air drying is that this is to create a stronger structure to the wood as it dries slowly.
The advantage is simple. You know, when you can, for example, a maple tree, you should air dry a maple tree for 3 months when you have cut it. And after the 3 months, you have the problem. You put it in a kiln, and then you have moisture in still between 30 and 40% moisture, and you air dry or you kiln dry it down to 8%. What is happening? The cells are still full with water, and then the water is going immediately out, but the cells, they are not reacting, not so fast reacting. That means they are still in a big size, and after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, they are going like this. And you have a lot of still power in the tree when you dry it on a fast way, that the neck is twisting and moving.
So as those cells collapse, it can cause the wood to structurally twist, and you can have issues with warping and so on.
It could be, and when you air dry it for a long time, then it slowly goes down, and the wood knows its direction already, you know, how it will be. And then you have less problems when you cut the wood and you make out necks, bodies or whatever. So you have no problems anymore. Or not so much, let's say. You cannot avoid it completely, but on a positive way, you know.
And 8% is the magic number for...
It's the magic number for us. This is about 40 to 45% humidity in the normal air, and this is what you have in a normal living room.
Interesting. Well, this is an amazing gallery of beautiful beautiful woods. It would be hard to decide which one.
It's always hard to decide.
But it's pretty excellent that people have the opportunity to choose from so many different species and subgroups within the species. And you said 65 total?
65, yeah. That we have always in stock. And you know, also if it's for us, it's important. We are not a small company. We have distributors. If a distributor says, or a shop even says, hey, listen, I want to have a special edition of 10 instruments, we can do it without a problem, because we have the wood in stock. So this is really not the problem.
And this wood is very valuable, right? Because you said it's very rare. I mean, many of these defects, these beautiful defects, simply don't occur that often.
Nope.
And to acquire the wood and find the wood, first of all, it's by chance that you can even find it, and then you have to store it and save it. So this is quite impressive.
We don't buy the wood because we need it. We buy it when it's available. Because you can never go to a sawmill or to a log seller. Hey, listen, I need quilted maple, or I need a Pomele bubinga tree. He's saying, well, the last one I saw last year, and the one before I saw 5 years ago. Maybe I get next year one, but maybe in 10 years. We don't know. I don't know. And this is why we are buying when we see a nice, interesting log, we buy it. Because in 10 years, in 20 years, we don't know if we get good wood, if we get it for a reasonable price, or if it's any more available.
Wow. What a fascinating selection and process.
Also here we have a very unique piece, and we are very proud to have it. We have Brazilian rosewood with the CITES paperwork, so it's legal. It was cut in '67, and from the sawmill where we bought it was selling then the wood, and they found in the roof of the sawmill, when they were building down the sawmill, 3 logs of Brazilian rosewood. And they found by luck the invoices from '67 that they was imported in '67. So
it's legal.
It's legal.
Real Brazilian rosewood.
Yes. And this is.
And it's been drying in a sawmill
since '67.
Since 1967.
Yeah.
Wow. And how much of it do you have? You have 3 logs.
3 logs. This is about 1.5 cubic meters. So not too much, but also not too less. So if you are interested in a Brazilian rosewood bass or Framus guitar, if you can dream it, we can build it, you know?
Wow. Well, thanks for...
You're welcome.
Thanks for showing this amazing gallery. It just it's like being a musician and seeing these woods. It's like being a kid in a candy store.
Yes, that's